Hello, I'm Hayyan Yusuf Al-Hammadi, and today I'm gonna be presenting individual showcase assignment. Reflect on your experience with this theme this past semester. Where did you start and how have you grown? At the start of the semester, I didn't fully understand what the academic foundations theme was meant to be, what was meant to develop in me. I mostly focused on completing tasks without thinking deeply about my learning process. Such as weeks went by, I learned how to use different academic tools such as critical thinking strategies, structured reflections, and study skills. To improve the quality of my work, I also became more confident, participating in discussions, managing of my time, and organizing my assignment overall. I grew from simply doing activities to actually understanding how these skills help me learn more effectively and succeed in university. List two examples of how have you worked on this theme this semester. Example 1. I worked on this theme through the weekly class learning activities where I practiced skills like time management, note taking, and organizing my academic tasks. These activities help me understand how to manage my studies more effectively. Another example was using campus resources at ZU, such as library and online academic tools. These helped me find reliable information and improve my studies habits and complete my assignments with better quality. How will you continue to grow in this area after this course? I will continue to grow by applying the academic skills I learned, such as planning, organizing my work, and managing my time, to all my future courses. I will also keep practicing effectively studying habits, using campus resources, and staying consistent with my learning routines. What are some immediate actions you can take next semester in this area? Next semester, I can start by creating a weekly study schedule, reviewing my course materials early, and using the ZU library and writing resources more regularly. I can also participate more actively in class discussions and ask for help whenever I need clarification. Create a smart goal related to this theme for the next semester. By the end of the next semester, I will improve my academic performance by creating and following a weekly study plan, dedicating at least 6 hours per week to reviewing notes, completing assignments early, and using at least one ZU academic resources each month. What are some potential challenges you my phone gonna fall? What are some potential challenges you anticipate in achieving this goal? Some potential challenges may include managing a heavier course load, balancing university work with personal responsibilities, and staying consistent with my study routine. When the schedule becomes busy, I may also face difficulty keeping track of deadlines if I do not stay organized. Awareness, analysis of strengths and weaknesses, SWOT analysis, Johari window. Reflect on your experience with this theme this past semester. Where did you start and how have you grown? At the beginning, my reflection are at the beginning of this semester, I didn't fully understand my strengths and weaknesses, or how they affect my learning. After completing the SWOT analysis and Johari window activities, I gained a clearer picture of myself, what I do well with what I do well, what I need to improve, and how others see me. This helped me become more aware of my habits, my communication style, and the areas I should focus on. Overall, I've grown developing a stronger sense of self-awareness and understanding how to use this knowledge to improve academically and personally. Let's do examples of how have you worked on this theme past semester. Example 1. I worked on this theme by completing tasks I worked on this semester by completing tasks. Sorry, I'm a bit thirsty. Example 1. I worked on this theme by completing weekly self-reflections, activities that help me recognize my strengths and areas I need to improve. Another example is I also developed my self-awareness through the class discussions where sharing and listening to others help me understand myself better. How will you continue to grow in this area after this course? I will continue to grow regularly, reflecting on my habits, recognizing my strengths, and paying attention to areas I need to improve. I will also keep asking for feedback so I can understand myself more clearly and see if there is a place to improve. What are some immediate actions you can take next semester in this area? Next semester, I can start by doing short weekly self-checks on my progress, staying organized with my tasks, and asking classmates or instructions for feedback to understand my blind spots. Create a SMART goal related to this theme for next semester. By the end of next semester, I will improve my self-awareness by completing one personal reflection each week and seeking feedback from at least one classmate or instructor every month to better understand my strengths and weaknesses. What are some potential challenges you anticipate in achieving this goal? Some challenges I might face include forgetting to reflect regularly, feeling hesitant to ask for feedback, or getting busy with with assignments and not staying consistent with the goal. Teamwork strategies, approaches to effectively collaboration. Reflect on your experience. Reflect on your experience with this theme this past semester. Like, where did you start, or how have you grown? At the beginning of the semester, I wasn't very confident in group work, and sometimes found it hard to communicate my ideas clearly. Over time, I learned how to collaborate more effectively. Collaborate more effectively by listening to others, sharing responsibility, and staying organized. I became more comfortable working with different personalities and learned the importance of communication, patience, and teamwork. List two examples of have you worked on this theme this semester. Example 1. I participated in group activities during class where we solved tasks together and practiced dividing roles and responsibilities fairly. Another example is I also worked on this theme through group discussions and peer feedback, which helped me understand how to communicate better and support my teammates. How will you continue to grow in this area after this course? I will keep improving my communicating more openly, supporting my team members, and staying organized during group work. What are some immediate actions you can take next semester in this area? Next semester, I will join group tasks actively, attend all meetings, and help keep the group on track. Create a SMART goal related to this theme for the next semester. Next semester, I will take an active role in at least one group project and communicate with my team weekly to ensure tasks are completed on time. What are some potential challenges you anticipate in achieving this goal? Possible challenges include different working styles, time conflicts, and communicating issues. Reflect on your experience with this team this past semester. Where did you start, or how have you grown? At the start of the semester, I didn't pay much attention to my overall well being and mostly focused on academics over time. I learned how important it is my social my social, emotional, and physical health. I became more aware of my stress levels, my habits, and now taking care of myself affects my performance and mood. List examples. How have you worked on this theme this semester? I participated in class activities that focused on stress awareness and healthy habits, which helped me and which helped me understand how to manage my well-being better. Example 2. I used Zaid University resources and shared discussions with my classmates to learn strategies for improving my emotional and social well-being. How will you continue to improve? How will you continue to grow in this area after this course? I will continue improving my staying aware of my stress, keeping healthier daily routines, and making time for my social connections and physical activity. What are some immediate actions you can take next semester in this area? Next semester, I will create a simple weekly routines that include breaks, exercise like gym, running, any kind of sport like tennis. I heard paddling is good and a fun activity. And time for friends, as well as checking on my emotional well-being. Create a smart goal related to this theme for next semester. Next semester, I will improve my well being by exercising at least 2 to 3 times per week, taking one short mental break each study sessions, and tracking my stress levels weekly. What are some potential challenges you anticipate in achieving this goal? Challenges may include a busy schedule, academic pressure, or forgetting to follow healthy routines during stressful weeks. Ideal declaration. What AI you used for this project and how you used it. I used ChatGPT to see my grammar of like if I to check my grammar, like if I spelled a word wrong or I don't know how to spell certain words. It gives me the spelling and the meaning of it. Thank you for listening to me today, and good night.